I never found the right show. I just felt like it was either just about a singular talent or it was on a channel that I was not happy with, or different reasons, you know. These participants who are so amazingly honest, they are so talented. The backgrounds that they come from just break your heart. The people who are self-made are really special people. And if he can be taller than me, that would be
I think one thing जिसके लिए आप सबसे ज्यादा खुश होंगे वो ये होगा कि the fact that you got rid of this one word which was associated.
Don't say it. Don't say
the B word.
It's the B word that I have PTSD from. If you're a good actor, it is very hard to convince sometimes to say, no, I can do other things too.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22 situation where they will say, but we've never seen that work.
Yeah.
But to show that work, I need a film like that. So that loop never ends.
Alright, so today I have with me one of the most amazing actresses, someone who's astonished us and how in the last year, and even after 10 years of being in the industry, there is a debut happening, and it's a television debut. I have with me Parineeti Chopra joining in. Hi Parineeti, how are you doing?
Thank you. You basically summed it all up. We don't need to talk about anything else. Thanks so much. Thanks.
Of course, no, but I have to ask you about the fact that it's your TV debut. 10 साल पूरे हो गए इंडस्ट्री में और अभी भी डेब्यू हो रहा है. So tell me a little about judging Hunarbaaz Desh Ki Shaan. What is it like? Why would you want to do this one?
Well, I think in my heart, I always knew that TV was where I wanted to go, honestly. I want to put that out first because I think that I've always been this person who's most comfortable on stage with audience, you know, speaking extempore, you know, I've been an orator on stage usually. So for me, it's very natural to be unscripted and spontaneous. And whenever I used to be on these TV shows as a guest, I would always feel like this is where I want to be. And the channel or the producers would also come up to me and say, this is where you should be. But I never found the right show. I just felt like it was either just about a singular talent or it was on a channel that I was not happy with, or different reasons, you know. Hunarbaaz was a multi-talent show. It was with judges that I really love. It was you know, on a channel that I wanted to be on. It's a prime time show. It kind of just ticked all the boxes. But the most important thing was that I was going to be on a show which was multi-talented, and I was going to meet people and hear their stories instead of it just being about a singular talent. So I think that meeting lasted, I think, 30 minutes where I heard the concept of the show and I said, okay for the show. So when it feels right, it feels right. And I'm so happy that I'm here because we've started shooting for the show and I've never been happier.
Like you said, you're not just judging one particular talent, you're also listening to their stories. And there's a promo where you're seen getting emotional, which made a lot of us emotional as well. You know, you broke down, you know, after listening to a contestant's story. Tell me a little about the entire experience where you're not just seeing someone perform, but you're actually getting to know them on a personal level on a stage like this.
Yeah, you know, that's such an important part of being a judge on the show instead of being a guest.
Yeah.
You know, I've been on every reality show for a day, you know, but here I'm going to spend their entire 4, 5, 6 month journey on TV with them. And they will become part of my life. And to see them from an audition level to hopefully when they become finalists, that's going to be a crazy, you know, for all the 3 judges, it's like a mothering experience, you know.
Yeah.
So that's actually one of the reasons I wanted to be a judge also. And once I've started shooting, I've started really feeling it now. You know, there are these participants who are so amazingly honest. They are so talented. The backgrounds that they come from just break your heart. I anyway have a very low tolerance for just emotional stories. It's just so easy to make me cry. Just because I know where they've come from. I've come from a small town myself, and so I relate to many things that they say. But I've also been a part of affluent India, or I've also grown up abroad. I've studied abroad, so I have this wholesome experience of meeting different kinds of people.
Yeah.
So when they tell me their stories and I feel it, I can't be fake. That is one thing I don't know how to be. So it just happens. It's heartbreaking. It takes me a while to come out of it. It takes a while to kind of accept. But I'm so happy that we also have the power to take them forward and help them make something about of their lives. I'm so happy about that.
I'm actually very much like you. It's so easy to make me also cry. And while you're also talking about it, it's making me emotional. Just that one promo, it's actually, I got teary-eyed because it is actually very emotional. But anyway, let's not talk about that. We don't want to cry. Okay. हमने लॉकडाउन के पूरे टाइम में, पिछले 2-3 साल हो गए, मतलब अब इतने टाइम में वी हैव ऑल्सो डिस्कवर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ हुनर्स अबाउट अस. जब लॉकडाउन हुआ, सब काम वाम खुद करना पड़ने लग गया. यू हैड टू कुक, क्लीन, मे बी revisit an old hobby or something like that. Any such hunar that you might have discovered recently? I mean, apart from the fact that you're a great singer, but any hunar that you might have discovered of late?
Actually, I wasn't in lockdown as much, because the first 2 months when the lockdown was announced last year, no, in 2020.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, has it been 2 years?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. Okay, 2 years ago when the first lockdown was announced, I was at home for 3 or 4 months, and at that time I did a lot of jigsaw puzzling, and I did a lot of, I'm also a very homely body, so being at home was not very difficult for me. But actually after that I managed to travel to London, and then I was in Turkey, I was in Austria, I was in Maldives. I've actually traveled a lot during the last 2 years because we had the time and we weren't working that much. So my hunar was to be able to travel. I don't know. That's not right. But I think that the main thing that came out of the lockdown was it really reinforced the way I live my life. I've always lived my life, for the day, for the moment, and I've not really planned the future. I have a very, very heavily balanced personal and professional life. I'm not a person who will choose work over personal life or personal life over work. I always balanced it a lot. And people never used to understand that about me. They used to think that I'm holidaying or I'm taking time off or whatever. But actually, it's my passion to see the world, and that's what I do. And after lockdown, now it's easier for me to be able to tell people that, because I think people have also realized that, they also now balance their personal life with their professional life. So I think for me, the biggest achievement of lockdown was finding people to be at the same page as me now,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. A hunar that you would want your ideal man to have. Any quality.
I think
could be more than one also.
एक हुनर नहीं है, but I first and foremost would want him to be intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And intelligent doesn't mean only educated.
Like
intelligent. Yeah. Worldly wise, witty, well experienced,
smart,
intelligent guy. Yeah. And another hunar would be if he was self-made. Yeah. That would be awesome. I love the people who are self-made are really special people. And if he can be taller than me, that would be
how sweet.
It's really random, but it's cool to have a tall husband, boyfriend, whatever.
So cute. Okay. Speaking of the fact that you had an amazing year last year, especially with Sandeep and Pinky and with Girl on the Train, both of the films which not only got critical acclaim but from social media also, I'm sure you must have seen it firsthand, the kind of response you got. I think one thing जिसके लिए आप सबसे ज्यादा खुश होंगे वो ये होगा कि the fact that you got rid of this one word which was associated.
Don't say it. Don't
The
worry,
B word.
it's the B word that I have PTSD from. We will not say it. You just put it in a subtitle in this interview.
Okay,
Not
this is
you-
the word.
the
This is
word that must not be named. Like Voldemort.
yeah, it's the B word. But the fact that you broke out of the mold, Parineeti, and you literally said that, listen, I am much more than this B word. I'm someone who can actually go out there and really perform, and that is something that people across the globe who watched both of these films, they can say it. Tell me a little about how have things changed post that, because you're obviously experiencing a lot of it firsthand, interacting with a lot of fans, seeing their comments, or with the fact that you're also in the industry now, the kind of films that you're getting offered. How do you think things have changed post that?
My conversations with directors and producers have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier in meetings or in script sessions or narrations, there used to be a reference to one of my older films and how this film is exactly like that film, so you'll be able to do it really easily.
Mm.
And I think as an actor, you face this stigma sometimes where directors and producers will back you or put money on you. If we really get down to the business part of it, they'll put money on you because they've seen you excel in something and they think you can do this well. And so it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
And if you're a good actor, it is very hard to convince sometimes to say, no, I can do other things too.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22 situation where they will say, but we've never seen that work.
Yeah.
But to show that work, I need a film like that. So that loop never ends. So that was my struggle. The reason that I had to do so much of repeat work was because I was getting repetitive offers. And I was not a producer. I'm still not a producer. So I couldn't make a film for myself. And I was waiting for some director to give me something that I knew I could do, but nobody else had faith in. And Dibakar Banerjee and Ribhu Das Gupta and Amol Gupte, my directors of Sandeep or Pinky Farrar, Girl on the Train and Saina, I think are gods for me because they gave me that.
Yeah.
They sat with me, they knew the old Parineeti, and yet they said, no, but we know you can do something else and we want to give you this film. Girl on the Train is completely anti-image, but Ribhu gave it to me. Sandeep or Pinky Farrar is completely anti-image, but Dibakar gave it to me. And a sports biopic is completely anti, but also gave it to me. So I'm just saying, the point that I'm trying to make is that so many actors get stuck in their image because they are not able to come out of their image because nobody's making those films. So to answer your question now, everything has changed. Everything has changed because today I'm able to, I don't have to convince them that I can do something different also.
Yeah.
Now they see the variety and I'm getting all sorts of work.
That's lovely. You say that a lot of things have changed and they've changed for good. That is, I think, something that you're grateful for. Touch wood. I hope it stays this way. But for now, I think Hunarbaaz is what we're looking forward to. Very eagerly. Your fans who only get to see you once a while with these films and all that you do, they'll get to see you every weekend, imagine. It's a treat for them. How cool is that? Yeah, imagine it'll be so cool. But that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And thank you so much for connecting, Parineeti. This was so much fun. Really looking forward to Hunarbaaz on Colors and all the very best for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have fun. Tell me what you thought of the show.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.